As we head into early 2026, one iPhone rumor is getting harder to ignore. The iPhone 17 could be Apple's most important mid-range release in years. Not because it's the fastest, not because it's the priciest, but because it signals a strategic shift in how Apple plans to win the global mid-tier market where value, design, battery life, and ecosystem matter more than raw specs. Think about where smartphones are today. A great phone isn't just about silicon and camera sensors anymore. It's about how well that device plugs into your digital life. And that's Apple's edge. When someone buys an iPhone, they're not just buying a phone, they're stepping into iMessage and FaceTime. Effortless AirDrop, Apple Pay and Wallet. Polished apps, clean design, tight security, and years of software updates. Add in AirPods that auto-switch, Apple Watch that requires an iPhone to set up, iCloud that keeps everything in sync, and now Apple Intelligence weaving smart features into everyday tasks. That's the ecosystem advantage, and it's massive. For years, the problem was price. Many people wanted in, but premium models kept the gate high. The iPhone 17e is rumored to lower that barrier without dragging buyers toward old designs or weak hardware. If that happens, the 17e could become Apple's most impactful gateway iPhone, yet modern where it counts, durable where it matters, and smart in ways you'll actually feel. Let's talk design. Supply chain chatter points to a more refined finish than previous E-series models. Don't expect pro-level titanium, but do expect a premium touch, a sturdy aluminum or recycled aerospace-grade frame, better texture for grip, a cleaner, more modern silhouette, and improved durability for real life. Apple has been pushing sustainability hard, so anticipate more recycled materials, reduced packaging, and eco-conscious components baked into the 17e's construction. This isn't a budget look. It's a modern iPhone identity. Without the Pro Tax. Dynamic Island is the other big tell. Apple doesn't move key UI elements down the lineup unless it intends to standardize them. If the 17e ships with Dynamic Island, you can expect consistent visual language across the whole range, plus genuinely useful interactions, live activities, real-time status indicators, smoother system animations, and tighter ties to Apple Intelligence. It's a small detail that transforms daily use, and it helps the 17e feel far more premium than its price would suggest. Now, performance and battery, two areas where Apple typically surprises people. Rumors point to an A19 class chip tune for efficiency and on-device AI. Pair that with iOS optimizations, and you get the kind of all-day endurance that matters to normal people. Students bouncing between classes, travelers hopping airports, professionals juggling messages and calls, creators filming short-form video all afternoon. Even with a modest battery size on paper, Apple's power management and thermal control often beat much larger Android cells in the real world. And smarter charging helps slow battery aging, so performance remains reliable years later. On the software side, Apple Intelligence is the quiet star. The flashiest AI tricks often hit the Pro models first, but Apple has been clear about democratizing the essentials. On an A19 tier chip, expect practical, on-device capabilities that make the phone feel genuinely helpful, priority notifications that surface what matters, context-aware quick replies, cleaner photo organization and search, on-device voice transcription, clearer audio with voice enhancements, real-time summarization in supported apps, stronger privacy controls that keep sensitive processing local, and better visual recognition for objects and text. This is the kind of intelligence you don't have to think about. It just makes the phone feel faster, calmer, and more capable. Longevity might be the 17e's biggest superpower. Apple is renowned for long software support, often 5, 6, sometimes 7 years of updates. That keeps phones secure, smooth, and relevant well beyond typical mid-range life cycles elsewhere. In many markets, this is a deciding factor. People keep their phones longer, hand them down to family, and expect consistent performance. The 17E fits perfectly into that reality. Then there's resale value. Older iPhones routinely hold value better than most Android counterparts. That means when it's time to upgrade, you can sell your 17E and bridge to the next model with a smaller out-of-pocket cost. Over a few years, that makes the Apple tax a lot less painful, and for many, it turns into a smarter financial decision. Now imagine real-world use. A student who wants the Apple ecosystem without pro pricing gets smooth video calls for online classes. A battery that lasts through lectures, fast notes, and multitasking. A sharp front camera for presentations, and effortless AirDrop and iCloud sync for group projects. A remote professional gets dependable FaceTime, clean messaging, snappy app switching, and a design that feels great in hand. Social creators filming Reels, Shorts, and TikToks benefit from Apple's computational photography and video. Stability rumors even point to an upgraded 18MP front camera, which would be huge for selfies and live content. And if you're upgrading from an iPhone XR, 11, or say, the jump in design, display, battery, AI features, and overall responsiveness could feel transformative. This isn't just about serving Apple fans either. The 17E could seriously shake up the competition. Brands like Samsung, Xiaomi, Oppo, and Vivo dominate the mid-range by packing aggressive hardware at sharp prices. But no one else has the Apple ecosystem. If Apple commits to a consistent E-series cycle and prices the 17E smartly, the category gets very tough for rivals, especially in regions that value reliability, status appeal, long-term updates, and strong resale. In those markets, the 17E has real bestseller potential. Zooming out to the global picture, the timing looks ideal. Demand for modern, fairly priced phones is high. The market is shifting toward devices that last longer and play nicely with a broader suite of products. Apple has the momentum, the services, and the infrastructure. If the 17E lands as rumored, it won't just maintain Apple's position, it could expand it into 2026 and beyond. So what should you expect if the leaks are close to reality? A refined, eco-conscious design with a premium feel. Dynamic island for a consistent modern iPhone experience. And a 19-class chip focused on efficiency and on-device AI. All-day battery life for most users. Apple Intelligence features that make daily tasks simpler and smarter. Years of software support. Strong resale value. And a price that finally opens the door for millions who've been waiting to join the ecosystem without compromise. Of course, one question still decides everything: price. If Apple nails the number modern design, great battery, smart features, long support, and a compelling tag below the mainline flagships, the 17E could become the mid-range phone to beat in 2026. If the price misses, the competition gets breathing room. But if it's right, the rest may not stand a chance. Your turn. Is the iPhone 17E shaping up to be a hit? Would you buy it if the leaks are true? Which feature excites you most, the A19 efficiency, the new design, the upgraded camera, or dynamic island finally becoming standard at this price? Tell me your pick, your ideal price, and whether you'd switch from Android or upgrade from an older iPhone. Let's see how the hype builds as we get closer to launch.